You mentioned the Whitey Bulger hit. Was that a spur of the moment thing, or was that more
No, the
organized?
guys that hit Whitey, Anthony Aralotta is a skipper with the Genovese family. He's a good friend of mine. Actually, he was in GQ here with me. I introduced him to some people doing a magazine, and he's from Springfield. He had these guys, brothers that worked for him. And when Whitey was a rat snitch, and one of the brothers was, they're wild guys, and the guys that like being in the limelight, I guess. They got life anyway. They didn't give a fuck, and they butchered him, killed him. One of the brothers. So I think Anthony told that story in GQ, if I'm correct. But I still stay in touch with Anthony, and he's not involved. He walked away from my life. And the guys that same thing. I mean, I could go over the story over and over. The guy that he was told to kill the boss, the guy that was involved with him, he told him, "I don't trust him. I think he's a rat." The guy was a rat.
Yeah.
So they fuck Anthony, and then they pinch him, and he says, "Well, sorry." And Anthony said, "What do you mean, sorry? I told you he's a rat. Now fucking kill him." They wouldn't kill him, and then Anthony came in. This is what the kids have to see, because you're just the next guy. And then after you, there's another guy. After nobody wants to go out of their way to kill nobody or anything, because, and you know what? If you're making money, they take your money too. Johnny Koenig never stood up, did 50 years, did everything for Gotti Sr. Gangster, nice guy. And everybody fucked him, even his own brother. So, and meanwhile, Gotti Jr. will shit in his pants if John was in front of him. He's stealing all his money while he's in jail, and he's abusing him. And he's telling everybody he's a junkie piece of shit, cursing him out. His mother-in-law died. He had ordered everybody not to go to the wake in 94, 95, I believe it was. We went. I made sure I went. You know, I feel bad for him because of what happened when he was gone, but these are the reality of what happened when these guys were gone.
Had Whitey infiltrated the FBI more than the movie showed?
I don't know, you know, because I know guys like Pat Nee, who was involved on the opposite against him. And they say he was involved in the IRA. Pat Nee was a nice guy. He didn't come off like a tough guy. Gentleman also, he was at McKeon with me. And he told me a lot of shit about Whitey. He's a fucking garbage piece of shit. This is not when we were all there. Another guy, McCarthy, was there, nice guy. Stevie was there. All Irish guys. I'm trying to think of the other brothers. They armored car guys, all from the South and Charlestown. And so I know all these guys, and you know, from what I understand, Whitey's always been a fucking, you know, double dealing sneaky bastard. So, you know, but you know, listen, that's the street. It's hard to get guys to be, you know, to be loyal, really, unless you grow up with. I look at the Philly guys, and some of them I think are big mouths and this and that, but you know, Joey out at Philly, he did something that was very smart out of all the guys. He stays with all his childhood friends. So all his childhood friends are pretty loyal to each other. It's a little different. Even though they're on a small stage, there's only like 15 of them. And, you know, you talk about New York, you're talking about fucking 100,000 guys. So, you know, but they stay loyal, and Joey was legitimately did his own stuff. Joey didn't need nobody to do any work for him. And so, you know, you got to give him credit there. You know, they got a little different thing going on a very small level.
It's all about childhood friends, though. Next one of these questions that's come in then. What is the understanding to the Gambino family opposition to the existence of Cosa Nostra?
So it's back to what I said earlier. If you're going to admit and allocate to this existence, how do you have structure? Well, these guys, you know, we could change the rules all we want. You know, it's like drunk driving, right? They say it's one or two drinks. One drink, you can have. Two drinks, you're drunk. Okay. They catch me next week, and I can tell the cop, listen, if you let me go, can it be 3 drinks today? So I don't have to go to jail. That's what they're doing. They're saying, okay, we're going to change the rules now because I don't want to do the other 2 or 3 years. So I'm going to admit there is the Gambino family. And their excuse is, well, they already can prove the existence of the mob now, so why should I go to jail for another 3 years? I'll just go, you know, I could save that 3 years. I'll admit, yeah, I'm a Gambino captain. No, it's not that simple. I said, because every guy that talks, if you guys are active, it makes it that much easier to fuck is with a RICO case. You can't beat as it is. At least if guys are fighting it, they'll say, listen, I don't care what that guy said or that guy said or that court case said. This guy went to jail, and he said that doesn't exist. So you as case law, your lawyers can use that. So when these guys are switching and they're changing the rules, I'm Albanian. I'm not Italian. I don't got to live by their fucking rules, right? Because they said I'm not good enough to be straightened out with your life. But then when it suits them, I'm the boss. When it suits them, if you listen to Gotti's trial, he said, his lawyer said, I shot 60 guys. Get the tapes.
They don't live by their own fucking lives, though.
Yeah. So,
You know what I mean?
and I said I didn't, shoot 60. That's an exaggerated number. I says, but okay, I didn't have a computer. I'm not trying to play down anything I did or play it up. I really don't give a fuck. And then sometimes they say, oh, I didn't shoot anybody. Well, do me a favor, call the government and tell them they made a big mistake giving me all this time. And can I have my money back? Because I didn't do nothing. I mean, so listen, reality of the life is back to the same thing is, it's a treacherous life. All this is treachery and kids got to understand it. And we got to save some kids so they understand that this life is bullshit.
Were you disappointed you couldn't be a made man?
Nah, I didn't give a shit. I says, I know when I walked in a room, there's no, crime is an equal opportunity place. When I walk in a room and I say I'm going to kill you, you're going to say, well, you really can't today because you're Albanian, you're not Italian. So,
excuse me, it's Wednesday. It's an Italian day only.
I want to see somebody tell one of these guys from Ireland or Britain or anywhere that's a gangster and a tough guy, hey, you can't kill me, you're not fucking Italian.
I'm a man. Too late.
So,
next one of these questions. What is extradition, and why did Brazil Interpol hold you for years to bring you back to the United States to face 30 years, not life or the death sentence?
Well, again, once I left the United States, and there was rats and informants all over the place. They sent out one RICO indictment. I believe they sent out two, a superseding one. So actually, two different indictments, just on testimony of informants. Who those informants are, the thing what happened with Gotti is you don't know how much information he gave. Because once they start giving this information like Willie Boy Johnson, he refused to get on the stand. He just wanted to give information like Gotti was given. So we don't know how many Gottis were out there giving information against
once it starts singing, they're like canaries though, aren't they?
Yeah, so, when they're giving information like that, you can't get their paperwork. Gotti went and he said on one of the interviews, here's my papers of ratting and here's Alite's papers. And I left. I went on a show and I says, no, I don't think you're getting this. You guys fucked me. And I came forward afterwards and I said, yeah, I'm going to fuck all yous, but not like you, like a punk. I came forward and saying, okay, now it's on. Now, after yous all fucked me, yous all ratting on me, you're all informing on me, I'm telling yous now, duck for cover because everything I got, now I'm coming after yous. Because yous didn't have the balls to kill me another way. And instead, you try to kill me this way. So same thing when I tried to kill them. I shot a guy, Stevie Newell. He did a fucking interview for me. If you watch, he's on Reform Act. He does an audio interview. He was on Perfect Gangster with me. This is a guy I shot. This is a guy that worked for me in the drug business. This is a guy that says I was the smallest guy that worked for Johnny Elliott. I made $15,000 a month. And this is a guy to say that the Gottis were going to protect him and the brother-in-law. And after I shot him, they asked that same guy, can you kill Johnny Elliott for us? Now, is that not fucking funny? I mean, so now this guy's talking up for me. And there's another guy on one of my shows, we killed his brother, and he speaks up for me. It says, if I said I shot 30, you better double that number to 60. So, anybody that knows me from that neighbor, you ain't going to bullshit these guys. He said the same thing captains in that area answered to me. And of course, they're going to answer me, I'm making money and I'm violent, and I had a ton of guys with me. So the power comes from that. When people ask me now around the world, and you can ask Albanians and people that know me from every country, I got thousands of guys if I want. I could destroy Gotti tomorrow anytime I feel like it. I don't want to. I don't live this life. I don't advocate this life. I advocate this life as bullshit. I changed my life 10 years ago. I'm going to keep it that way, and I'm going to talk to kids and try to get it in their head. Look at my life. Look at what guy I was. I'm the guy doing all the shooting and the work. And look at all these gangsters, bosses like Joe Messina, whether I like them or dislike them, you're wearing a wire. Whether I like Gotti Sr. or disliked him, he destroyed the life. Whether I like Junior Gotti or not, you're an informant. You can't change that. You're queen of the day. There's no way to change. How that fucking crazy family tries to correlate what he did to me, if you watch, go read everything. We're in jail. What the fuck has that got to do with me, what you did? You ratted on me. What'd you think I was going to do when I came home? If they gave me an opportunity to go testify against a rat that you are so I can get the rest of my deal, then what do you want me to say? I didn't rat on you. I left the country. I left my family. I let my family fucking dismantled. I lost all my money to do the right thing against my enemy.
You can walk around with your head held up high now. He's got to look in the mirror every day and know what
and I think at the beginning, people didn't really know what went on. They didn't know the story. They got a version of what they were selling, and he's got big money and he pays for it. And then he blocked my Wikipedia, and he went on there and he made a new Wikipedia. I couldn't get on it. It was locked me out and all nonsense. Same thing with my Instagrams and Facebook. So I've been off it for years because of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And he's got a campaign of guys trying to instigate me to try to get me locked up again. I mean, all this nonsense, this kid shit. But this is going to be his legacy now. He's destroying his father's. I don't got to say anything. This is what his father's raised, and this is why his father never really respected the kid.
So when you're on Facebook, you do little smiley faces.
Yeah, I got a smile. I'll show you my phone here. Like you see, I got no Instagram or Facebook. I don't have anything. They're idiots. The people that they contact, somebody will screenshot something, and somebody will send it to me through one of the phone apps.
Yeah.
And I read it and I laugh. I go, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I'm not on it.
You're best without it.
Yeah.
The world of nonsense.